Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss about one of the creational design pattern, that is the factory method design pattern. And then we have the abstract factory, builder, prototype and singleton in the part of the creational design pattern. So we will see that what is the factory method pattern, and what is the use when we will use the factory design pattern in our application. And we'll write one code and see that the implementation part also. So let's see that the definition of the factory method pattern. So define an interface for creating an object, but let subclass decide which class to instantiate. Okay. So quickly we'll see that the advantage and disadvantage. Then we'll move to the code part. Okay. So factory method pattern allow the subclass to choose the type of the object to create. Okay. It promotes the loose coupling also by enabling the need of the bind application specific classes into the code. Okay, that means that code interact solely with the resultant interface or abstract class, so that it will work with any class that implement that interface or extend that abstract class. Okay, so good way to handle complexity. Okay, we have the complexity in the object creation. So basically we'll choose the factory design pattern where we will hide the complexity of the object creation part from the end user or client, can be refactored into the next is the uses of the factory design pattern. So creating a complex object when a class does not know which, like what is the subclass to be required to create the object, right? When a class wants that, its subclasses specify the object to be created. When the parent class choose the creation of the object to its subclass. So through this diagram, we will understand it how the factory method pattern will implement it in our code. Okay. So here I have created one interface Hydra. Okay. And in this Hydra, we have the draw shape method. Okay. And this will return just a string type. So what kind of the draw or here we creating it, just some message we are returning here. Okay. And this interface Hydra interface I'm implementing in my all the three classes, like the T rectangle shape, T triangle shape and T circle shape. So then again I need to write the draw shape method, and we will write the our logic for the rectangle shape. Here in draw shape we will write the logic for the triangle shape, and in this we will write the logic for the circle shape, right? So till here it's fine. Now this is the factory method. Okay. So what it will do, I will create one the t factory method creator class. Okay. In this class I have the factory method call, one method, and the return type for this is iDraw. So factory method call have the one parameter as a string type. What is the type of the, like we will pass the customer if the customer asks, right? The create the object for the circle shape class. Okay. So here this is the client. So client will just ask, right on the button click, I'm writing the logic, I'm passing out the request. Okay. So here the client can ask, create one object of the client circle. See, sorry, create one object the client same type, right? So here in this class, uh, actually we have the factory method call. So in this method I will call and pass the parameter the circle shape. Okay. So what it will do, this is the factory method. So it will, right, create the object. Okay. And it will return it, right? So it will, what it will do, it will create the object, it will go and create it object here, right? It will return it, and after that we can call the method, right, draw set from the object. So factory method, what it will do, it will return the, it will create the object and return as a iter type. Okay. Then after that we can call the object, right, or we can call the method from the this object. Okay. Same thing we'll implement in our code also. So here what I have done it, I have created one UI, and from the UI I am calling my factory method. So we'll go to the U pattern unit, and in this what we need to do, as per definition we need to create it. interface. Okay, and interface will have the draw shape. Okay, one method, and this draw shape, right, this method, it will draw the shape of the different uh, like rectangle, triangle, circle, square, right, such kind of shape. So I have the interface iDraw method, and after that I'm creating the rectangle shape, okay, and I'm inheriting the iDraw interface in my class, and I can give the, redefine the draw shape, right, the function depend on the rectangle shape logic. Okay, similarly I am creating the triangle shape, and again I'm inheriting the iDraw. So here draw shape, again I will write my logic according to the triangle shape. Okay, I'm creating one more class, the circle shape. Okay, and here also I'm inheriting the iDraw method. Here I'm creating one of the factory created okay, class. Okay, so t factory method created class, and in this I'm writing the function method call, right, and we pass the same time. So this is my factory method. Okay, here we will pass the parameter, the shape type. Whatever the shape we will pass it, it will create the object and return the type of the iDraw interface type. Okay, so this is the factory method for us. Okay, and just I have given the draw shape for each and every class, like rectangle shape, triangle shape, and circle shape. Just I put the message for each and every method. Okay, and then in the factory method creator class, factory method call, right, I'm just writing the logic, whatever the parameter come, right, the shape type. So shape type will come as a string, then I will create the class of the, right, sorry, if the shape type will come as a circle. Okay, so we will create the object of the t circle shape and return it. Okay, so result equal to t circle shape dot create. Similarly, if the shape type will come rectangle, then we will create the rectangle class, right, and return as a iDraw interface type. Okay, and if the it will come the triangle, then it will go and create the triangle shape class instance and return it. Okay, so now here we are deciding on the basis of the parameter is coming, which class object we need to create it and return it, right? Fine. Now in the u factory method pattern unit, okay, I will call this method. Okay, so here this factory method is the interface for the client, right? So suppose this is the form, okay, and here I'm trying to call this factory method. I will pass the parameter, and this factory, it will go to the factory method, and factory will decide which class we need to create the instance and return it, right, at the runtime. So depend on the parameter pass in the factory will create the object, okay, and return the object to the client. So here, just consider this is the client, and right, and the client. What we are going to do here, I'm creating the object of the t factory method class creator. The t factory method class creator is, right. This is the factory method. Okay. So what it will do, we are going to create the object. We will call this factory method. We will pass the parameter. This is the intention now, right, for us, and it will return what it will return. This method, factory method call, it will return the iDraw type, right, object. So iDraw is the interface. Okay, so let's see that. So here I have created the variable shape object create of t factory method creator. Okay, now I'm creating the instance t factory method creator and assigning to the shape object create, right, and I have taken the variable of the iDraw type also, interface type. So object draw is type of the iDraw interface type. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just, because here the shape object create, okay, I can call this method factory method call, right, because in this class we have this factory method call method is there, and then one parameter we need to pass it shape type. Okay, so let's go and see it here. So what I'm doing, through the object I'm calling this factory method call and passing the argument. So one argument, that is the shape type, so I'm passing here circle. Okay, so what it will go here, and this is the circle. So it will go and check here the logic, if it is the shape type is the circle. Okay, Here we can see this is just the like pseudo code kind of things just for the explanation I have written. So just simply I'm comparing. Again, it could be the upper and lower case, but we know that in the Delphi the string is case sensitive when we are comparing, right, to string. So here the same type with the circle we are passing. So here it will call this and create the circle class object and return the circle class object. So now we will store the circle class object here, okay, in the object draw method, okay, because while we are storing the this, right, it's returning the I draw type object, right. So that's why we are storing the object draw type variable because object draw type variable is type of the I draw, right, interface. Now I'm just displaying the message I object draw dot draw shape. So what it will do? It will go and draw shape. It will call it, right. Similar way next, what I'm doing, I'm calling the factory rectangle. Okay. So factory call method is the rectangle. It will go and call the check in this, and if this condition is satisfied, this else part. So it will go and create the object of the rectangle shape class and return it. So once it will return the rectangle class object, okay, I can call this draw method of the pre-rectangle class. Okay, right? And then it will display it here. Similarly, I'm passing this in the factory method called triangle. It will go and create the object of the triangle class. Okay, else part, this part, if nothing in match, it will execute the else part, and this triangle shape class object will get created here and it will return it. So I can store into this my object draw method. Okay, object draw variable of the I draw type variable. Okay, and I can just show the message, call the message, because this will return the string. So I'm just showing the message to the UI. Here the finally just I'm freeing the object of the defactory method creator class, and then if any exception will come, just will handle the exception. So let's run and see it. So on the click of the factory method, right, my code will get executed. So just I will put the breakpoint over here. So here I'm creating the object of the factory method creator and assign to the C object create variable, and then I'm calling the circle. Okay, I'm calling the factory method call of the same object create, right, object dot factory method call passing the circle. Then we'll go inside the function. What is happening? F7. Let's run F8. Okay, if the shape type is circle, okay, then it will create the instance of the shape type, circle shape class type, and return it. Okay, so it's returning the circle shape class type object. Okay, and then we can just call the method of the, right, t circle shape f8. So now this is the circle shape. Okay, this is what the method definition. In method we have just put the message. So this is the circle shape draw shape method. So this is the circle shape. That is what it is now display, right. Next we will see it similar way. We will see that for the rectangle. So just I will press the F7 so that we can go inside the method. Okay, here it is comparing, and this will return the, now it will create the object of the pre-rectangle shape, right, and it will return it. So now here we will call the pre-rectangle, right, class object into draw shape. So here it is displaying the rectangle shape. Okay, so similarly it will call the triangle also, and after that free, right. So this is all about the factory method design pattern. Thank you.